Michael Lyles is on the mound for game 2. Dan, any thoughts?
This ought to be interesting to see how this guy bounces back from last year when he had an ERA over 4. I know his team is expecting better things from him this year, and we'll see if he can continue to get a little bit better, limit the number of walks, and also limit the number of hits per 9 innings.
And the inning begins with a quick out number 1. Time now from Coors Field to take a look at the Rockies starting lineup. What's your take as they try to get back to their winning ways, D-Row?
Well, Matt, when we drove over to the ballpark today, we were expecting some offensive firepower, especially in this yard. It's a hitter's yard, but that could sometimes work against them. I'm interested to see what lineup stays within themselves and executes and manufactures to get this W.
And he misses with it, 1-1. And he'll come back with 1 in the dirt as the count moves to 2-1 now. Hit hard back up the middle. Cordova brings it in. And the throw here is going to get him at first. Excellent range there at short, and there are 2 away now. Here's the second baseman, DJ LeMahieu. No one aboard for him, and 2 gone here in the first. And he takes ball 1.
I don't know why in the world anybody would want to be an umpire. That manager has given this umpire an earful on a pitch that he thought was a strike, and he's certainly trying to defend his pitch.
And there are our umpires for this one. Working the plate is, and the second baseman is there to make the play, and that ends the inning. 3 up, 3 down for Colorado. And this is still a nothing. Now in the box, Matt Davidson. He's ready for his first at-bat of this early season contest. A fastball that just misses inside. 2-1. To 2-2 now.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
Swing and a miss on the slider, and that's out number 1.
So here's how the San Diego Padres are positioned defensively. And the guy patrolling center field today, I can't emphasize this enough. If you want a good ball club, you better be strong up the middle. Center field being that main component with catcher, shortstop, and second base. This guy takes tremendous routes to the ball, strong and accurate arm, and just a leader on the field.
And that misses. 2-1. 2-1 pitch. A knuckle curve swung on and missed. 2-2. Still looking for our first hit in the ball game. Hit in the air to left. Cordero moves over, and he makes the catch for the second out. And that brings in the power hitting shortstop Trevor Story. And he's looking to get it going. Off to a bit of a slow start this year. Story, a 6'1" right-handed swinger and thrower. He was a first-round pick back in 2011.
Yeah, Matty.
And we'll have to leave it there as the play is made here. Now to the plate, the pitcher, Jerry Ruth. He, of course, no slouch at the plate as he, in fact, took home the Silver Slugger Award for National League pitchers a season ago. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Line towards center field. And the Friars are into the hit column.
Hey, don't let the fact that this guy's on the mound fool you right here. This guy has a nice approach at the plate, knows what he's doing, has history. I'm not surprised he was able to mix in a base knock.
Digging in for his second at-bat. Now at the plate, Jordan Patterson. He's ready for his first at-bat of this early season contest. 1 ball, no strikes the count. The 1-0 home. Swing and a little tapper, but that one rolls foul. Patterson, 30 years of age. He's a veteran of 7 years at the major league level. Pulled toward right center field. Renfroe moves to his right and puts this one away in the alley for out number 1. Standing in, Pedro Severino. He'll get to take his first cuts here. Swing and a miss, and he's behind 0-1. And a pitch in the dirt as he lays off. It's 1-1. Called strike on the inside, and he can't believe it at the plate. It's 1-2 now. Bottom of inning number 3, 0-0 our score. 2-2 to the Colorado catcher. The 2-2 one more time is a swing and a miss. That's strike 3. Coming to the plate now, Michael Lyles, as he'll get his first opportunity in this one.
Oh boy, pro pitchers belong to a closed fraternity, so you don't usually see that very often. And anytime it does happen, folks start hanging on the top steps of the dugout. These things usually don't go unpunished.
And this is low, ball 1. Popped him up. Andujar on the move, and the inning is over. Rockies strand 1. We'll head to the 4th, still scoreless. And that'll bring up the speedy outfielder David Dahl. Comes into this at bat 0 for 1 in the ball game. No balls and a strike to count. And here's a curveball in the dirt that time for a ball. 1-1. Grounder down the line at third, but this will get foul. It's a ball and 2 strikes. Swing and a miss as he couldn't connect on the 2-seamer, and that's out number 1.
That was a good job tying him up inside on that strikeout pitch. It wasn't even in the strike zone, but with the hitter protecting with 2 strikes, that's the kind of pitch you can get him to offer at, and he's probably not going to do much with it when he does make contact.
And he gets ahead here with the fastball, strike 1. So far, 0 for 1 with a flyout. Here's a fastball that crowds him a bit, and it's 1-1. Line drive to center field. Margot is there, 2 gone. At the plate, Matt Davidson. And he starts him out with a strike on the outer half. And there's one well above the zone for a ball. Pitching has the upper hand early as we're scoreless in inning number 4. A ball and 2 strikes to Matt Davidson.
Thought this middle of the order might give him a fight and put up a little bit of resistance, but that hasn't been the case. He's carving right through them here.
And there's the first hit of the game for Colorado.
You don't see that too much in today's game. Most guys, it doesn't matter what the count is, they're looking to line them, drive the ball out of the ballpark. Not the case here. Good 2-strike adjustment, able to punch a ground ball through a hole for a single.
Ryan McMahon will stand in for the second time now as he looks at a called strike. It's 0-1. He's ready. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Missed with a slider. And he lays off a pitch outside as they draw even at 2-2. The 2-2 is laid off, and the count runs full.
All right, 3-2 count with 2 outs. The runner on first will be moving, so we'll see what happens. There are a lot of possible outcomes.
Meanwhile here, this is going to be trouble out there in left center, as it ought to be good for extra bases. And the run scores to give the Rockies an early 1-0 lead.
The pitcher was spotting his pitches effectively until now, working the edges, painting the corners, but he left this one right over the plate, and it cost him with an RBI extra base hit right there.
He's set, and the pitch. Hit hard on the ground to second. Barrios fields it cleanly. Throw in the dirt, but a good scoop at first saves an error. Next to hit will be the pitcher, Jerry Ruth, as he'll look to bring home that tying run from second with a base hit into the outfield. And he bunched him up a bit as this is lined softly over first. A leap, but he can't bring it down. Base hit. And the tying run comes around to score from second. It's 1-1.
Boy, that's a tough one right there if you're a pitcher, Dero. You're facing the opposing pitcher, and you give up a 2-out RBI.
I got to believe he's contemplating retirement. A 2-out knock given up to the opposing pitcher.
Listen, as a pitcher, you hate to give up.
Stepping in and ready for another shot, Jordan Patterson. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. 0-1 the count. Not a bad pitch there with 2 strikes, but it misses 1-2. And a good bite to that slider as he swings through it for the first out of the inning.
Boy, he's having a hard time just putting the ball in play right now. He took the hat trick with 3 strikeouts yesterday, and here's another one today. Looks to me like he just needs to simplify his approach and focus on making some contact.
Pedro Severino digs in at the plate as he will take strike 1 on the fastball here. No balls and a strike. He's 0 for 1 thus far. Duvall is right there, and he'll take it to the bag himself for the out. At the plate, Michael Lyles. He's got to be looking for vengeance after getting plunked in his last at-bat. On its way, the 0-1 pitch. This should end the inning as it's sent out to second. Barrios is there. Throw in time, and the side is retired. Here's Michael Brantley. He'll start the inning, and we're back to the top of the order, but they haven't looked too dangerous in this one yet, right, guys?
Well, none of them have any hits yet, so you're right on the money. They've done a great job of holding these guys down so far.
Another opportunity for him here, so we'll see if anything changes. Throw on to first, in time, 1 away. And that'll bring up the speedy outfielder David Dahl. He's grounded out and struck out in his 2 trips to the plate. Tries to shave the corner with that pitch, but it's 1-1. Low scoring game thus far, 2-1 here in the 6th. And it's 1-2. Now a slider can't make it back to that outside edge, and that takes the count to 2-2 now.
I think if he executes that pitch on the corner instead of off of it, he probably gets some pretty weak contact, if anything. He jammed him pretty hard on the previous pitch, so my bet was he was going to try to cheat on the inside part, thinking it might be coming again.
Checks his swing, but this pitch is right there for strike 1. Heading out towards shallow right. Renfroe moves over, makes the catch, and that'll retire the side. 1, 2, 3 go the Rockies. Ready once again, Jerry Ruth. And it looks like this could be a critical at-bat in this one.
Well, a glance at my scorebook shows they haven't been able to get him out yet, so this could be a fun at-bat to watch.
First pitch on its way.
Into center field, and that's going to get down for a base hit.
And a very important insurance run comes across to score from second. It's now 3-1.
Boy, that's a big RBI right there to give this team a 2-run cushion going into the late innings. And it always makes it easier on the opposing pitcher to know they have a 2-run lead.
Yeah, Leo Mazzoni.
Digging in and looking for more, Matt Davidson. He's batting cleanup in this one, but will get us started here in the inning as they look to wake up the bats.
Yeah, not much to get excited about with just a single notch on the scoreboard, but you have to give credit to where it's deserved. The pitching on the other side has been really impressive.
Hey, guys, he's not known for being a singles hitter right here, but that's his 2nd knock of the game.
And I'm sure he'll take them, but the guys on the other side of the scorecard might be thinking we really avoided a worse fate. Here's Ryan McMahon now, as he'll take a look at a high strike that time. It's 0-1. He's 1 for 2 in this one. In the dirt here, and a heads-up play to get back to first as he wisely hadn't gotten too far from the bag. Davidson gets his lead at first, nobody out. Here on the ground. And he won't even think about second as he'll flip on to first for the sure out. And that brings in the power-hitting shortstop Trevor Story. He was retired via the ground ball last time up. Smoked on the ground up the middle. And there are 2 away now. So stepping in, Jordan Patterson, 0 for 2 for him to this point. A ball and no strikes. 2 outs here with a runner at third. Oh, that ball's driven into left center. This could be trouble. And it is trouble. It finds the gap for extra bases. He pulls into second safely as a run will score on the play as well.
Never say never in this game, folks. It's late and the clock is ticking, but that RBI double might start making believers out of the entire dugout. We'll see if they can build on it and maybe get back into this thing.
Pedro Severino is the batter now as he looks at a ball of 1-0. Is put in play to the right side of the infield. To his left, Barrios. And he'll just flip this one underhanded to first to record the out. Forced to settle. So here now is the pitcher, Bryan Shaw. And he's getting his first plate appearance here in the 8th after entering off the bench just a little bit ago. Now the 1-0 is taken, strike one. Rockies pitcher with a bat in his hands and a 1-2 count. The 1-2 pitch. Grounded down the third baseline. But this is a foul ball as the count holds steady at 1-2. Trying to go the other way. This is looped out toward third. And this will be gobbled up fairly easily down there at third for the first out. Below the knees, 1 ball, no strikes. We're in the 8th inning now of a 5-2 ball game. Sent in the air out to straightaway central. Margot on his horse. And he brings it in for the second out of the inning. So striding in, David Dahl. 2 away here in the 8th, and time's running out on him, Danny.
Yeah, they don't have a lot of outs left to work with, so it's time for someone to make something happen if they're going to get back into this thing.
Behind 0-2 now.
This guy's pitching really well in this one so far. You could just see he's awful confident, attacking the strike zone, and when he comes off the mound at the end of the inning, it looks like he stepped in a...
Meanwhile now, this is a drive out to straightaway right field, and it's going to get out of here. A home run. Now Ron Gardenhire out on his way to confer with the home plate umpire as it looks as though he'll be motioning for the double switch here. Carter Capps come on now. This evening's game comes to an end, 5-4 the final tally. The San Diego Padres used a 3-run 7th to help propel them to the win. Jerry Root.
Good job.
A player is encouraged to continue to refine a skill essential to his game.
Rain falling here at game time as it's time for baseball at Petco Park in San Diego. Tonight, the first of 2 in this inter. Jerry Ruth, a right-handed native of the Dominican Republic, will be the starter. What do we need to know here, Danny?
Boy, this guy was really good in his last one. Earned the win in his last start, pitching into the 8th inning. We'll see if he can give them another strong start in this one.
Stepping in, D. Gordon. He'll get us started in this one under the lights. And we kick things off tonight with a swing and a miss for a first pitch strike as we're underway. Guys, the Swinging Friars, as they take the field here tonight, they've run their win streak up to 6 in a row now, and they're really playing some inspired baseball.
Hey, D-Row, we've got a couple of teams playing some good baseball right now. Unfortunately, a winning streak for one of these teams is going to end today, but boy, this is a great matchup here.
Yeah, I'm excited to call this one with you two guys, definitely. The 2 teams playing top of their game right now, really playing well. Both come in on winning streaks. We're going to see who's able to execute in this one.
Here's Xander Bogaerts now. Runner at first to start the inning. And Dan, when it comes to pitching in the rain, what changes?
I think the most difficult part, Matt, is the ball gets slippery. It's hard to keep your hands dry. And if you don't have a good feel on that grip, it's hard to control where you're going to throw the ball.
Here comes the 0-1. Lays off the slider, and it's 1-1. Really starting to pour now, and the forecast is not showing any signs of a break in the weather.
You know, one of the big issues is player safety, and right now this field is getting sloppy wet, Matt, and I don't know how rain this field can take.
Popped him up, and this is going to get down. It's a foul ball. And this is going to be a foul ball. Gordon aboard here at first with nobody out. The 1-2 offering looked like a slider that time, but it's 2-2.
This kind of hitter right here, we call this guy a grinder. What are grinders? They just kind of foul off some good pitches. They lay off the pitches just off the plate. This is every pitcher's nightmare, a guy that's up there with a plan and not just up there swinging at anything that you throw towards home plate.
And here's a look at the starting lineup for the visiting Seattle Mariners. Anybody catch your eye, Dan?
Well, Matt, we'll see if Miguel Sano can be a difference maker, as he often is. He had over 90 RBIs last year. What a great season, but I think he could do even better. His goal this year, I think it's got to be 100 runs batted in. He's that kind of a hitter.
Mitch Haniger stands in as he looks at ball 1 here. Now the 1-0 is laid off for ball 2.
Well, you can see what he's trying to do right there. Double play situation. 2 balls down in the zone, trying to get that ground ball. Didn't get him to bite at either one. Now he's behind in the count, 2-0.
Runner at first here, 1 man out. He's running. That's a strike to throw down. Way late, and he's in there easily at second.
I think coming into this series, they knew he was one of the guys they were going to have to keep quiet. But he's setting the tone right here in the first with the steal of second. He could end up being a big factor.
He's set, and the 2-1 pitch. On the ground to first. And that's through into right field for a base hit. Now a long throw home. And not in time as the run scores.
Hey, not an easy thing to do early against this good pitcher, D-Roll. Base hit and a 1-0 lead right away.
As an offense, they talked about this, wanting to get to this guy early before he settles in. When they grab their gloves to go out on defense, they know they got a lead on their hands.
Into the corner and slicing foul. And now a slider in there for a called third strike, and there are 2 gone now. And that'll bring up Ben Gamble. Back on Sunday, he picked up a hit in 5 trips to the plate. The 1-0. Misses low. Good take on the curveball there.
This is a spot right here playing first base. You have to really be on your toes. With a runner on first, a left-handed hitter up in a 2-0 count, there's a pretty good chance if he hits this, he's going to hit it hard down that first base line. So if you're the first baseman right now, be on your toes and be ready for a bullet.
And it's fouled away.
Full count with 2 outs now, so if he could put the ball in the gap somewhere, he could have a good shot of driving in a run because the runner at first will be in motion.
Hit hard on the ground towards second. And that's through for a hit.
He's coming. Relay 3.
So now they'll have runners on the corners with 2 away.
Hey, D-Row, are you aware of this after that knock right there? That's an 11-game hitting streak. You think he knows it's at 11?
I think he knows exactly that it's at 11. It starts off innocent. You just want to get a few knocks to get the hitting coach off your back. Next thing you know, you wake up, you've been sleeping easy for almost a week, 8 days. Now we're on 11. This guy's dinner tastes different.
Well, he's in a
swing and a miss. That retires the side, and that will do it. Mariners forced to settle for 1. On now to the bottom of inning number 1. The Mariners lead it 1-0. Into the box, Jose Aviles. He'll start things out in the top half of the second. 1 ball, no strikes to count. 1-0 count. Here it is. Popped him up. Barrios is under it. Looks it into his glove, and there's 1 gone.
All right, guys, let's take a look at how the Pods line up on D. And guys, taking a look at this defense is going to have to be stout today. Starting pitcher with an ERA north of 5 usually spells some barrels being found by the opposition. So these guys better be on their toes in this one.
Oh, and he's really getting the better of him now. It's strike 2. Lifted down the line in left. And that will end up a foul ball. Here's another 0-2. That misses, says the home plate umpire. 1-2. Where it misses, I'm not quite sure. Now a swing and a miss. He struck him out, and it's 2 up, 2 down to start the second.
Wow, that's awfully impressive right there. The pitch before was really close. Called the ball. What does he do? He comes back with a better pitch and gets the punch out.
Into the box, Andrés Zamora. Now a ball lined toward the alley in left center. Oh, and he misses it. Around first, digging for 2.
No runner, no runner.
And now he'll get into scoring position with 2 away.
You don't think fielding is important? Instead of a routine out, you got a guy standing at second base after a 2-base error. We'll see if the pitcher can pick him up.
Now batting, center fielder.
And a step off.
Gordon.
And there's the 4th wide one, so he's aboard on the intentional walk. So striding forward now, Xander Bogaerts. 2s all over the place. 2 on, 2 out, and of course here in inning number 2. Zamora over at second. Gordon on at first with 2 down. Swing and a liner. And this is going to get down for extra bases, as that'll get 1, if not both of them, home. And a relay to the plate. And it's in time to get him. But 1 run does come in. Striding into the box, Mitch Haniger. He came through with an RBI single in his last at-bat. Ball 1 to start the at-bat. Here comes the 1-0. And the 1-0 is sent out to straightaway center field. Margot is there, and he has it for the first out. Here's Miguel Sano, 0 for 1 after he took a look at strike 3 in his first plate appearance. Good slider there, and he gets ahead of him, 0-1.
1-1-1.
To first. Oh, look at Hosmer. Takes it himself, and he got him. Coming to the plate now, Ben Gamel. He singled his last time up. Pulled toward right center field. Margot's on the move. He makes the catch. What a play on the run to end. The pitcher, Jerry Ruth, steps up to the plate in a sacrifice situation, so let's see if that is indeed on right here. He's ready. Here's the first offering. And they'll indeed have the pitcher squaring around as he puts this one down. There's one on to first, and they get the double play.
Oh, that's the last thing you want to happen when you're trying to bunt a guy into scoring position. He got it down, but you have to deaden the ball too. Otherwise, these infielders just eat it up and turn it into a double play.
Healy, a California native, actually. He was selected in the 3rd round back in the draft of 2013.
Hey, nothing has been handed to this guy. Drafted in the middle rounds, and he has found his way in the big leagues. This has turned out to be a really nice pick.
Count moves to a ball and 2 strikes now. And he wasn't going to hit that one with an or. The strikeout, and there's 1 gone.
That's his 2nd strikeout of the game. I wouldn't be surprised if a coach finds him in the dugout and gives him a little talk about shortening up and putting the ball in play. Good things tend to happen when you do that in these kinds of conditions.
Jose Aviles comes on with 1 gone here as he looks at a called strike 1. 2 runs, 4 hits, and no errors in the game for the Mariners to this point. Oh, and this deflects right off him.
2-2.
Throw into second, and he's safe. Stepping up now, Nate Eovaldi. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up. Here comes the first pitch. A fastball right down the middle for a strike.
Oh, that's for sure going to be a pitch he wants back. You're not going to get many balls right in the wheelhouse from a top-level arm like this.
Swing and a miss. Looked like the knuckle curve there, and that's out number 2.
Pretty textbook pitching right there. Jump ahead in the count 0-2 and then start working outside the zone. Easier said than done, but that's the way you do it.
Takes a fastball on the inside corner.
You know, I think this is a big situation in this game. They've got to lead by a couple of runs, but they don't want to look back on this inning when this one's over and think that they left some runs out there on the base path. Scoring more here.
It's through. Let's see if they send him around to try to score. And the run will score from second here, as this is now a 3-0 game.
Boy, Dero, so close to getting the strikeout there. Needed to make one more pitch and didn't throw a good enough breaking ball there with 2 strikes.
Yeah, and that's what you pray for from an offensive standpoint. You try and pick up that red spinning dot that constitutes slider coming in there, and then you hope it doesn't fall off the table. He was able to get himself inside that baseball and get a ribby hit.
D. Gordon is in for the 3rd time now as he takes a called strike. It's 0-1. Behind 0-2 now. Two-seamer can't quite make it back over the plate. It's a ball and 2 strikes.
Boy, it's hard to sit on an 0-2 fastball. I think that pitch just locked him up a bit. But lucky for...
Looking at a fastball to end the inning. Striding in, Xander Bogaerts. He's working on a 1-for-2 game so far. And he gets ahead 0-1. Now he here and just serves this one out behind first. And Hosmer won't be able to get a glove on it. It's a fair ball. He'll get it into second. And a good effort to bring it back in quickly, but he's in at second base with a double.
As we look again at that double here, you can see that he was thinking too right out of the box. Smashed it down the line, and that was some great hustle to beat the throw to second to earn himself a double.
Mitch Haniger stands in as he looks at a called strike. Skied into straightaway right. And that's taken in straightaway right. Will he try from second? Throw won't get him. So now it'll be the 4-hole hitter, Miguel Sano. He got on top of one. It was a ground out victim last time. Comes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch. And a neck high fastball that time. Not close. It's 2-0.
Great situation to be up at the plate right now, but if you're on the mound, there is absolutely no reason to give in to him. Stay on the outer quadrants of the plate and don't get beat in the middle.
Ben Gamel waits on deck. Now the 3-0 offering. It's a high fly ball headed for the left field corner. If it stays fair, it's gone. But this one will bend foul. Had plenty of distance, though, as it landed in the upper deck. Throw to first is in time, but meanwhile the runner is in to score.
And here with the infield back, they were giving him the run on a ground ball, so he just takes advantage of that and drives the run home. Good approach.
Ben Gamel is at the plate as he looks at ball 1. Hard on the ground towards short. A dive, but he can't get it. It's through into the outfield. Next in at the plate is Ryan Healy. He went down on strikes last time up. And he'll hold off on the slider here to start the at-bat. It's ball 1. And a fastball here that's taken for ball 2.
We've seen him go down on strikes more than once in this game, so this has been a better approach by him at this at-bat. Much more patient, and he's gotten himself into a good hitter's count.
And that misses ball 4, so it's first and second now with 2 out. Trying to pick things up where we left off, Jose Aviles. And we'll see what he can do here with a pair of runners on base and 2 gone here in the 5th. Well, they miss with the first one, but then they decide, let's go ahead and put him aboard here. And they'll do just that as you see the signal from the dugout. So now the pitcher for the Mariners, Nate Eovaldi. And a chance now to increase his lead if he can deliver something here with 2 gone. Popped him up. Barrios is there to make the catch, and they'll escape the bases loaded. Pick up a run. Miguel Diaz will come on and make his. And this evening's ends at a 7-2 finish. The Mariners jumped out to an early lead in the first and never looked back. Nate Eovaldi earns the win, his second, turning in 8 1/3 of quality work. So that's a wrap here tonight.